Welcome. We're going to be reviewing the Network Intelligent Assistance for rapax today. And our focus is going to be on Oscar, the Operations Situational Command Awareness Reporter. So this is going to be your NOC supervisor. Oscar knows everything going on in your network because rapax is monitoring everything in your network. And so you can ask Oscar anything about your network and its current status and be able to answer it really quickly. So let's click on Oscar here and let's go down into what this interface is. So it tells you whether or not Oscar's ready to answer any questions. You can look at your sessions of the last time you've had this conversations. And there's some quick questions here that you can use. So you could say things like, what devices are currently down? And you could see how Oscar is starting to think. And you could reset the session by click on this or clearing. But it says, hey, this is what's going down right now. So let's say, tell me about a device called iPhone. So here I just ask, hey, tell me about what's going on that device. It just happens to be down. And it's going to pull in all the topology information, what the name of the device is, what its IP address, when the last time it was seen or discovered, any kind of additional information like its operating system or what ports that are available. So you could go in and ask any questions. So let's just talk about what was the last device discovered in the environment. So it'll pull back that information. So I've talked about fault, I've talked about topology, and you could see here's some of the device records of when things were last discovered, including its timestamp. And you could see there's 118 devices discovered in the environment. So let's talk more about performance. So let me just say, give me a list of all the devices that are experiencing more than 0% packet loss right now. So let's pull that list. And you can see it's very quick. It is quicker to get all this than to click the multiple steps to look at this information in rapax itself. It goes right to where it is. And it's showing these 12 devices are all experiencing packet loss. So 13 out of the 118 discovered. So really quick to provide this information. So we've talked about alerts, we've talked about performance, we've talked about topology and device information. And so I can go through and look at how many devices are currently in the system. Excellent. So here's the 118 devices. Last, I want to go into and just understand the topology. What devices are currently connected to the network? And then you could see the individual devices, whether they be a printer or a production server or a network address storage. All of these devices that are connected into the same environment, and that is what Oscar does for you with rapax. It understands exactly what's going on in your network. So anytime you need a question from your digital NOC supervisor, Oscar here is available to tell you. Thank you for your time today, and I look forward to talking to you in the future.